Hi folks, Job Comics here. We're having a look at another old Bronze Age Marvel. We're in issue 131 of the Hulk. This is a brilliant issue, and I'll show you this. When you think about the Hulk fighting other superheroes, you don't often think about the Hulk versus Iron Man, but here we are. This issue here from 1970, and it's the Hulk versus Iron Man. It looks like Iron Man's got the better of him with this stunning cover. So, but in a really kind of strange era of the Hulk here, where where the Hulk's came through the Silver Age, and um, he's kind of transitioned into this real sort of strangely layered character. And Roy Thomas is writing him. Herb Trimp is doing probably some of his best work, I feel, on this title at this point here. And this is a really, really weird time because the Hulk and Bruce Banner have separated at this point here. Yeah, do you remember this? Look, there's Bruce there. They don't bother putting any clothes on the guy because, why would they? Because that's just silly. But he's sitting there just like in his torn trousers, and General Ross is here, and they're all thinking about, oh my gosh, um, yeah, Bruce Banner and the Hulk have separated. How does this work? I don't know. Why would it happen? I can't remember. But it makes no sense. But here we are in 1978, and Hulk's going to be on the receiving end of some Iron Man ass whooping. Um, and then the other great thing I liked about this here was the setting, because we're in the sort of tenements here in probably New York, and it's a very street level Hulk. He meets this young lad here who is trying to sort of try to find his way through the sort of tenements of New York, doing what he has to do to survive. And he comes across the Hulk. So while the Hulk's making new buddies, they're sort of planning. General Ross and them are planning against him, and yeah, and then we find out the Hulk's here in the city, lurking in burned out slums. It's not his way of doing things, and yet I believe you. And somehow so do I. Thanks for that. General Ross isn't convinced. But yeah, it's such a strange, it's almost like a precursor to what would become the Incredible Hulk television show. Do you know what I mean? Where there was, it was all sort of character driven, and the Hulk was in these contemporary settings, and he was always coming up against sort of various different gangsters and hoodlums and bullies and thugs and sorting it out. And here we are in 1970, where the Hulk is in these contemporary settings dealing with these things. Look at this for a masterful piece of comic artwork. Yeah, um, Hulk and Hulk lead Hulk to Banner, and then you get this. This is why I love comics. This kind of thing here. Yeah, it's this. He's just checking to make sure that it's okay for the Hulk to come out of his tenement. And I grew up in tenements very similar to these kind of things, and I still kind of live in a block of flats. And this just makes me laugh seeing the Hulk doing this kind of thing, yeah. Brilliant. I love it. I love it. Anyway, here's this doit bag. It's blank face Iron Man, and these. He's brought this thing here. Good lord. And look at this. It's a strange thing they used to do sometime in the comics. Must be a nightmare. Excuse me for yawning. Hey, it's Yanni Jansen. Like half a page and then a half a page adverts. Isn't that strange? When they come to reprint this, it must be a nightmare. I said it's a nightmare. Oh yeah, so this is the confrontation. So we're leading up to what I think is tremendous: the Hulk versus Iron Man. Yeah, he sucker punches Hulk. Hulk picks him up. He's going to literally he's going to just rip him limb from limb there. Do you see that? But he's got his repulsor rays, and um, this doit bag's looking on. No, the noise the Hulk makes when he punches Iron Man is thwum. I can sort of hear that echoing, thwum, you know, that kind of like reverberation thing, because he's punched Iron Man, yeah. Alright, green skin, you guys, you got it, yeah. And then he like, oh my god, he brings that whole building down. Iron Man, what a doofus, yeah. There's people have to live there, and you've just done this. Meanwhile, save almost 50% on the hit record you want. Do you want any of these? The Hulk comes out. He's got this piece of gizmo here. The general's after him now at this point here. And Banner's here. Then Hulk can still have his revenge. Maybe, but that's not why I'm here. I couldn't remain behind while all others risked their lives. He's still in these torn trousers. Could they not have got this guy some clothes? And then the Hulk and Banner face off, and then they shoot the thing at them, and it's not the Hulk is vanishing, it's Banner, and then the Hulk's out like a light, and they've got a Magno clamp, but don't you see what happened, soldier? Always before, in periods of stress were over, the Hulk reverted to Banner. If he didn't do so now, it may mean that Banner was trapped inside him forever. Whatever happened, it had to be done. Banner knew it, better than any of us. Don't blame yourself, Jim, you did the right thing. And Jim says, and all I've got to say is, may God protect us from guys who do the right thing. Oh, they don't write them like this anymore. 2 pages of adverts. That's what I need. See that? Amazing headband magnifying lens. Dodini magic. Movie posters. You want to buy a movie poster? And look, we'll send you a raccoon in the post. So there you go. That's Hulk 131. Isn't it brilliant? A Titan stalks the tenements. It's got a great cover. It's a brilliant issue. This was a great run of the Hulk in 1970. If you see these cheap, just buy them. Subscribe to the channel, you douchebags. I'll see y'all tomorrow.